start with a 2-shot lead, then best round of the day. It's got to be as successful of a first day as you could ask for.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think much about the starting stroke stuff. I think it's still a bit weird with it not being a traditional event, but yeah, it was nice to get off to a good start in the first round, and yeah, I felt like I did a lot of things well today.
Just did the course kind of play how you expected it to play after a couple of days practice?
I was more interested to see how they wanted to set up the golf course, because if they wanted to set up as hard as they possibly could, I think you'd get into an area where, with new greens and the way the run-ups are still a little softer because they're new as well, you could end up in some spots where you're not really rewarding good shots. And I felt like today the golf course was set up in a way in which the good shots were rewarded. And if you're coming out of the rough to these pins, it's still very difficult to hold the green. So anytime you're in the rough, you're really struggling to try and make par. And I thought it was an appropriate setup today.
What did you feel like the best shot of the day was?
Gosh, I don't know.
What was the? You know it better than I do. What was there any reaction when after one hole the lead is gone, or you're just ignoring that?
No, like I said, I wasn't thinking about the lead out there today. There's no reason to. It's the first day of the tournament. It's 72 holes. It's a long time out there to be playing with a lead or whatever it is. So I was just focused on staying on my world and continuing to just try to execute.
Is this going to be as much a stamina test, just with how hot it is last week of the season? Down here?
I think there's definitely an aspect to that, especially coming off 2 weeks in a row where you had a really hot week in Memphis and you had some altitude last week that would definitely tire guys out a little bit, so I'm sure there'll be an aspect to that.
Is there extra homework for Ted then to adjust to a new course?
Was there extra homework?
For him, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of extra homework for Ted.
Was there a place where it came in especially helpful?
I mean, it's hard to really narrow in on one shot, but pretty much every shot, I think it's very important. Just his knowledge of the course, he put a lot of work in this week to get us both ready. Just because, like you said, I came off the last 2 weeks where you've had a hot week and then a week at elevation, so fatigue could be a factor. And so I did my best to get some rest in the prep week, and Teddy did a good job of getting out there and doing all the work we need to on the course.
I know you mentioned that this format's not exactly your favorite, but this is the third year in a row that you've come in with a substantial lead. How important was it today to get off on that right foot?
Just like any other tournament, if I came out here and shot 2 over par and this was a regular stroke play event, I'd be sitting pretty far back from the lead. So treating it like I would any other tournament, just staying in my lane and doing the things that I'm good at, and that's just trying to focus on the task at hand and let all the other stuff take care of itself.
Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate it.